show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. Hello and welcome to the show. It looks like we might be having a little bit of a blackout tonight. Let's see what's going on here. All right. All right. Well, I want to welcome you to the show tonight. I got an excellent group of folks with us tonight, and you are going to love them every step of the way. Tonight, I have the remarkable Terrence Leffridge. He's an accountability coach and an author, a publisher, and a speaker and a host. And for some reason, you guys aren't seeing me. So let me see if I can go ahead and bring Mr. Terrence Leffridge on up to the platform. All right, there you are, Leffridge. How you doing, Terrence?
Hey. It is an unstoppable day, Lotus. How are you?
I'm magnificent. Just wish this camera was treating me right. I don't know what's going on tonight, but it's okay.
You know, no camera can truly capture the essence of your beauty. That's why the camera is getting all its pixels together. It is aligning itself in motion so that when you do come on screen, you're just going to blow us away with your beauty. I did say beauty.
I love it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get right into this thing, folks. So come on in, bring a friend and tell everybody you know that it is time to win with Lotus Roche right here on the Ignite Show, because I've got a great team of folks, and we're going to talk to you tonight about collaboration and how it cultivates currency. So with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring our other brother from another mother on board with us tonight, Mr. Ciccone Prince. Hey there, Ciccone, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Lotus, and you?
I'm doing. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to go out of the studio and I'm going to come back in and I'm going to let you guys go ahead and help everybody win. And Ciccone, let's go ahead and start with you. Why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you do, and then pass the mic to Terrence, and I'll go backstage and come on right back.
Okay. Well, in fact, my name is Ciccone Prince of CicconePrince.com and Next Level Leadership Summit. And our goal is to help you to become the best possible version of yourself. In fact, Ciccone Prince, I'm a motivational speaker, and my platform is personal development, because I believe that no matter where you go, you're there. And because of that truth, you owe it to everybody around you to become the best possible version of yourself. Now, our Next Level Leadership Summit, where we're leading the way, it actually helps equip you to become the best leader that you can be, because there are some effective leaders and some that are not so effective. But we want to help you be the best possible version of yourself. Now, I know that Coach T, he's going to introduce himself and tell you a little bit about what he has going on. Coach T?
Hey, well, you know what? We are talking about collaboration tonight and how collaboration cultivates currency, but collaboration also cultivates a true sense of people working together. And that's what we're doing right now. Even though it is the Lotus Roche Ignite and Take Flight show, we are stepping up to the plate to help her as she moves through everything that she's doing to make this show a success. So I am Terrence, the Unstoppable Coach Leffridge with Unstoppable Coaching Services. Many of you on Ignite and Take Flight know me because I've been a guest on Lotus show on many occasions, as well as she's been a guest on my show. I'm an accountability coach. That means I hold you accountable to living the life you were created to live, not the life that you may want to live, not the life that you may think you're going to live, the life that you were created to live. And in doing that, I do that through a couple of different ways, through my coaching, through my shows, the Unstoppable Stories show and Talking Small Business with Terrence, and also through being honored to collaborate with such powerhouses like King Saucony Prince and the Next Level Leadership Summit, which is coming up on October 8th through October 10th. And we're going to give you some more information about that as we go through the show. But Saucony, talk about this whole ideal about collaboration and leadership and how it can cultivate currency.
Collaboration is the ability to work with somebody towards a common goal. There she is.
Woo-hoo!
Here
And
we
right
are.
on cue, she came right into the collaborative conversation.
You know it. You know
it. Exactly. But in fact, collaboration is the ability to work together towards a common goal. And when it comes to being in business, you have to realize, especially starting off, that you really don't have everything that you need. You know, in fact, you may be talented, you may be gifted, but do you have everything that you need? And you're going to have to trust somebody else. Now, oftentimes, you don't have the funds necessary in order to do that. But there are some things that you can do so that it will be a mutually beneficial relationship. And that's where collaboration comes in.
Yes.
So I actually know the actual difference between being an invoice and being an asset. The difference between being an invoice and being an asset, because the invoice you pay to go away. But an asset, you realize that there's something that you can actually, that's someone or that's something that can be utilized, not just now, but in the future. And so building those types of relationships with individuals is what really sets you apart from your competition, because you realize that it has to be a win-win-win, a win for you, a win for them, and a win for the goal that y'all are going after.
Yes, I love it. I like that, because many people, I wonder how many of you understand the difference really between the invoice that you're being or the asset that you're being to the team that you're a part of, because that's really crucial. What are your thoughts on that, Terrence?
Well, you know what? I love what he said about that, because in any collaboration, an effective collaboration comes out of the power within that collaboration. I mean, I believe in the power within collaboration so much that I wrote a book about it many years ago called The Power of Collaboration. Now, you can't see it because of this virtual background.
Bring it out.
We knew many years ago, especially as men, Saucony and I knew that there is power in collaboration. And it's something that as men, we don't tend to do a lot. We tend to compete versus collaborate. And there's an African proverb that says that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with the team. And a lot of us men have been conditioned to go fast and alone as opposed to going far and with the team. And that's why collaboration is so important, because that power in that collaboration, that value in that collaboration is far reaching versus what you can do by yourself.
Yes, I concur. So another thing that a lot of people often ask is, what inspires people to really collaborate? And what is the fundamental keys to entrepreneurship? Is it a fundamental key? Collaboration. Saucony, you want to take that one?
Yes. What inspires people to collaborate is the realization that they are limited. I tell people all the time, when you lack resources, you have to become resourceful. I'm going to say that again. When you lack resources, you have to become resourceful. And one of those, in being in fact resourceful, you begin to identify people that actually have what you need, and you start to work and build a relationship in order so that there can be a mutually beneficial, in fact, relationship between the two. And being a small business owner, you have to take that stance, because without that, you'll find yourself, quite frankly, dying on the vine. You have to be willing to kind of put your pride aside and be able to work with somebody and barter, if you will, in order to be able to accomplish not just your goal, but again, mutually beneficial. You have to help them reach their goal as well. Zig Ziglar said it like this: in order for you to get what you want, you have to help other people get what they want.
Yes.
And it is so true. It is so true when it comes to collaboration.
I like that. And what are your thoughts on the being resourceful, T? Because I know you and I have gotten together on your show, my show, the Coach's Corner, other people's show, and we were really, really resourceful, and we expanded our reach. So, what are your thoughts on becoming more resourceful?
They say two heads are better than one.
Yes.
But I want to share a quick story with you. There's a horse and a carriage, or if you want to look at oxen. Oxen, they've been birthed to carry the load back in the day, and they would carry that cart. And sometimes that cart would get too heavy for that one ox. And then they would add a second ox into the mix. And when you added that second ox into the mix, when you added that resource, then the power of the two ox combined actually was not just as powerful as two ox by themselves, but it became as powerful as twice as many, 4, 5, 10 times as much power pulling that cart when you just add one more ox into the mix. So, it's not conventional math. Conventional math says 1 + 1 = 2. But when you add the resources of an additional person in the form of collaboration, 1 + 1 can actually equal 11. And that's
wow. Yes. And this is how we can enhance our businesses, folks. If you are ready to enhance your business, put a number 3 in the comment block below, because collaboration can help you and anyone you know enhance your business. So let's go right to Sakoni. Sakoni, how has collaborating with others enhanced your business?
It's enhanced my business because it allowed me to have a further reach, being able to reach customers and clients that I would not have normally gotten in front of, and actually building those relationships. And again, mutually beneficial, helping people out, giving and providing value to them. They also do the same thing for me. So it allows me to get great exposure. And we all know right now that eyeballs on the screen is king. I mean, that's why everybody has a free streaming service or free something, because everybody's paying to get in front of that audience. And so collaborating with individuals, with companies, helps you to actually expand your reach and your footprint by having access to their audience and their tribe.
I love it. I love it. So, T, how has collaboration helped you enhance your global reach? Because I know that many of the times you and I, we did a lot with people right here in the United States, and then we began to branch out globally. And some of us, even on this platform, we had already spoken globally. We had already written #1 international best-selling books. But how has collaborating for you helped you to have an enhanced global reach?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, Lotus, because here's the thing. There used to be that phrase that it was 6 degrees of separation between you and the next person. Well, with the internet and with the ability to network and collaborate, that adage is no longer correct. It's probably even less than 1 to 1 because of the internet. I mean, let's just look at the screen right now. I met you through a collaboration with somebody else.
Yes.
I met Sakoni through a collaboration with somebody else. And iron sharpens iron. And when you find somebody through that collaboration that is a good person, that is a go-getter, that has the ability to network and connect and can put you in contact with like-minded people like yourself, then you hold on to that person. But here's the other thing. You tell other people about that person. And then so on, and then so on, and then so on. Sakoni and I were part of a powerful speaker group called the Black Belt Speakers International Group. I said
Yes.
international because
International.
these speakers don't just speak in their own city, they speak all around the world. And it's through that collaboration that I have been able to speak all around the world. And then I connected with you, and then I was able to be introduced to audiences in parts of the world that I hadn't been to as of that point. I mean, we've got people on right now that are watching us from the Philippines, and it's
Yes.
Wednesday morning and it's Tuesday night where we are. That
Exactly.
collaboration is key. And I'm gonna throw this in, and then I'm gonna shut up. You have to learn how to turn obstacles into opportunities. See,
Yes.
before, what the obstacle that we were going through in 2020, the opportunity may not have existed to collaborate on such a large scale as we've been forced to do out of necessity of keeping our businesses alive. So that's where the collaboration that you did before the obstacle came turns into the opportunity after the obstacle presents itself.
Exactly. Don't forget, turn obstacles into opportunities. And as we talk about collaboration, I want to pause for the cause, and I want to say hey to Mr. PPP himself, Pravin Patel. Good to see you. He is the celebrity guru.
We've got Rashawn Lockhart. Hey, Rashawn. We've got Angela Edding, who's also there from Washington, D.C. We've got everybody that is jumping on. And so, like Lotus said, as she, again, her technology is such that it is trying to stop us from getting this out here. But we know, right, Sakoni, that everybody on this screen is unstoppable, right?
Yes, that's right. Everybody's there.
So why don't you talk about how collaborate, give some examples, personal examples or business examples of how collaboration just in this year has taken your business to another level.
Well, I want to answer that by starting off with this quote. And it says, surround yourself with like-minded people who think differently. Say that again for those that are taking notes. Surround yourself with like-minded people who think differently, because that's the way we grow and that's the way we learn. And that's one of the things that I've learned about being in an environment to where there are people who have similar goals and aspirations, but they have different approaches to getting there. And that's how you can learn from them. Now, as far as collaboration goes in our businesses, it's identifying those areas that we need the most help in, and then finding someone to fill that need. That's how you really begin to get ahead in collaboration. That's how you really begin to get ahead with your business. You have to identify, and if you have problems doing that, there are people out there that can help you do an assessment, even of your own business, where you are, show you where you're falling short or seeing stuff that you can't really see. Like Les Brown oftentimes said, you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. Sometimes it takes somebody from outside to come and look and see what you're missing in order to give you a laundry list or a grocery list of things that you need to address, or areas that you need to shore up in order for your business to thrive and survive. And so I know the importance of being able to actually identify individuals, identify areas of need, and then finding individuals that can help you in those areas. And again, you have to have something of value for there to be collaboration. There has to be that mutually beneficial relationship. So what is it that you can do to help somebody? What asset, what resources, what product or service do you have that somebody else needs? Because that's going to determine whether or not they're willing or able to collaborate with you. So understanding your own value, but then seeing their value as well, and acknowledging both, and then working together to achieve that common goal. So yeah.
That's a great comment, and that's going to be a great segue into what we're going to be talking about in the second half of the show as we talk about leadership. And you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity while we are waiting for our host to come back in, because if you're watching, if you're just tuning in, this may not look like the typical Ignite and Take Flight show. You know, I am not Lotus Richey, but we are on the Lotus Riche Ignite and Take Flight, and we are doing our best to collaborate in her absence to make sure that you guys get this information. I'm Terrence, the unstoppable coach Leffridge with Unstoppable Coaching Services, and this brother to my left or to your right, depending on how you're looking at the screen, is the founder of the Next Level Leadership Summit and SacconiPrince.com, Mr. Sacconi Prince. If you are picking up what he's putting down, then as Lotus always says, I want you to put a number 7 in the feed. If you're picking up what Sacconi just put down about collaboration, put a number 7 in the feed. As we recognize Aaliyah Darnell, she's watching us from Florida. She says, this is a great topic. Awesome. Thank you, Aaliyah, for watching. Go ahead and share, and maybe go ahead and start a watch party while you're at it. And we've got Angela Edding again from DC. We've got Harris watching us from the Philippines. And we got Triple P who said, hello, Lotus Riche. And so as we continue to talk about collaboration, Sacconi, Lotus gave us a couple of questions that she wanted to make sure that we talked about. So let's see if we can jump into some other of those questions real quick. So one of the questions that she asked was, of course, she wanted to know from you, what inspires you to collaborate, especially with other entrepreneurs? I mean, you can collaborate with your homies, you can collaborate with your employees in your business, but what inspires you to collaborate with other entrepreneurs?
When you, once again, surround yourself with like-minded people, when you understand their struggle and where they are, because you're, quite frankly, in that same place and space yourself, it puts you in a place to where just as much help as you want somebody to give you, you give them. Just as much energy, as much encouragement, enthusiasm, and sharing the resources that you want somebody to do with you, you gladly do with them, because you know exactly where they are and what they're dealing with. You can understand and empathize and sympathize with them. And then you can do what is necessary in order to make the difference in their life. And I can tell you one thing. It's almost like seeing somebody that's trying to push a car. Even if you don't have the physical strength and fortitude to help them push their car, you can ride behind them with your flashes on. Or you can get out and you can direct traffic. I mean, there's something that everybody can do. But that only happens as they see somebody trying to accomplish something, trying to do something. That's when people come along and help you. We recently went through Hurricane Sally here in Mobile, Alabama, and our neighbor's tree fell almost to our house. It was close enough I could open up my daughter's bedroom window and reach out and touch the top of the tree. So there was a portion that was on our property. So I was out there cutting with the chainsaw. I turned around and there was a neighbor from across the street. She was coming to help me. Now, I didn't ask, I didn't solicit, but she saw me out there trying to do something. I wasn't just out there looking at it saying, oh, there's a tree. I was trying to get it cut up. She started to come and started to help. And then 5 minutes later, her husband joined her. So I'm cutting up and they're taking stuff and putting it out on the street. The lesson I learned was this. If I would have stayed in the house, wasn't nobody going to show up and say, hey, look, you need any help. But when they saw me out there doing something, they came out to help. So collaboration is really about what are you doing and who sees it and how can they help you? But then in the process, it's also the other way around. When you see other people around you that are striving to actually get their business to work, to get it to grow, if you see something that they missed or something that they don't see, bring to their attention. If you have resources, you have people that you know that can help them, connect people, collaborate, you become a resource. Again, you become an asset and not an invoice. You're not there for just how much money you can get, but you're there to help, and you're mutually helping each other. And so to me, that's worth more than money, because again, you could be an invoice or you could be an asset. I'd rather be an asset.
I love it. And I think our number one asset,
yes,
Lotus to say, is coming back online. Hey, Lotus.
Yes, hey, and I love it too. I love what you said. Connect and be an asset. Don't be an invoice. I love that you said that. So folks are streaming in from all over. I want to say hi to Miss Darnell. She's all the way from Florida. She said this is a great topic, awesome. And of course, we've got Angela Eltine. She's in from Washington, D.C. We've got Harris Tay from the Philippines that's joining us. And I don't know, Rashawn Lockhart came on earlier and he said, hello, cuz. I wanted to make sure we got that because we don't want to miss that. So thank you for joining in as we are talking about this awesome discussion tonight where we are saying and asking questions. Collaboration, does it cultivate currency? Yes, it can cultivate currency if we become an asset and not a liability. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right on back. So get your pen and pad. Why? Because note takers are money makers. And since you're here tonight, you want to show up and be a note taker because we want to help you be a money maker. So we'll be right back. Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. All right, what can I say? What can I say? So, as you see, we have a multitude of people that come on the show, but we only bring on the best of the best because we don't want you to stress with the rest of the mess. So, Terrence Lethbridge is Mr. Unstoppable himself. He is a coach and he has his own Mr. Unstoppable show. And we also have none other than the amazing leadership expert, Mr. Sakoni Prince, here with us tonight as we're discussing collaboration and how it cultivates currency. So, Sakoni, I love that you were talking about earlier, encouraging people not to be a invoice and be a asset. So let's talk about a little more about collaboration because you guys have a summit coming up and it's going to be phenomenal. So can you tell us a little bit about the summit?
Well, our summit is called the Next Level Leadership Summit. It's going to be October 8th through the 10th, and it's going to be online. And we are so excited because we are going to be exploring and talking about 7 different areas of leadership. The first area is inner leadership. The second area is outer leadership. We have corporate leadership, organizational leadership, male leadership, female leadership, and youth leadership. And somebody said, why do you have all those different categories? Because believe me, there is a different approach to inner leadership, from corporate leadership or from youth leadership. There are different approaches you have to take. There's no one size fits all. And so we got all these experts that are going to be doing workshops that are going to, it's going to be a phenomenal time. And we're actually calling it a leadership party because it's going to be a fun and interactive experience, which is going to help people to become effective leaders.
Awesome. I love it. And I want to share a little bit about the leadership function, if I may. So what I want to do is let you guys know right off the bat that you can go right here and get a ticket because it is on Eventbrite. So you don't want to miss this. You can go right here, go to Eventbrite and get your ticket. It's October 8th. You don't want to miss it. So Sakoni, can you tell us a little bit more about the folks that you're going to have on this leadership summit?
Well, I hate to start with myself, but since I'm doing inner leadership, I'm going to be talking about inner leadership and the importance of being able to lead oneself.
Yes.
Next up, my coach is going to be talking about outer leadership. Now, this is one that had people scratching their heads. It's like, why do you have outer leadership, but you have corporate leadership or organizational leadership? Outer leadership is leading in the crisis. You weren't hired for the position. You weren't elected to the post, but someone needs to step up. And so my coach, Dr. Ruben West, he's going to be talking about outer leadership. Then we have Wesley P. Ryan, he's going to be talking about corporate leadership, which is leading for a profit. Now, he's going to help you understand how you motivate people that are in a corporate environment. But then Billy Boyer, he's going to be talking about organizational leadership, which is leading for a cause. And there's a different set of dynamics with rallying people around a cause than it is around a dollar. Next up, we have male leadership, which is going to be taught by none other than Mr. Unstoppable himself, Coach Terrence Ledridge. He's going to talk about male leadership, which, as we define it, is leading with logic. Now, that doesn't mean that women don't have logic, but we're talking about the most dominated points or trait that men have and how to lead them. Monique Tucker, she's going to talk about female leadership, which is leading with heart. Now, again, that's not to say that men don't have heart, but when we talk about the most dominant trait, understanding what actually helps to actually lead a group of women is what's heart-centered. That she's going to cover. And then we have none other than Reverend Fred Robinson. He's going to talk about youth leadership, which is leading with hope. And that's preparing our youth for the future. So with all the shipping categories, we're going to be able to hit we're going to leave no stone unturned when it comes to equipping people to be a better leader.
Now, I know you all have all of this going on. You've got, you covering every base. You've got the inner leadership. You've got the outer leadership. You've got just the corporate leadership, organizational, male and female leadership. Now, he has not left anybody out because he also has incorporated youth leadership. But check this out. I heard you have a DJ.
Yes, we do. We do. We have Dr. Michael Freeland. DJ Mike J is going to be our DJ for the event. And he is a corporate DJ. He was at my event last year, like when we had it live in New Orleans, and just set the place on fire. One thing I love about DJ Mike J is that he pays so close attention. You would think everything was scripted, but he knows the right song to play at the right time to actually keep everything moving and going great. So I'm excited to have him be a part of it as well.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's going to be an incredible time.
Well, Mr. Unstoppable himself does a little DJing himself because he has had the Unstoppable Cafe set things ablaze when COVID first started. We all connected so that we could help people feel better about their situation. And I got to tell you, Terrence, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be simply amazing. So are you ready for this? Because I heard you are handling the male leadership, and that's going to be an explosive discussion all within itself.
Absolutely. As Sakoni said, we're talking from a standpoint of we're leading with logic. That's typically how men lead. So I talk a lot about that within my presentation, but I also talk about how men have to be in tune with the other people that they're leading, because men also lead youth. Men also lead women as we continue to crack this glass ceiling and bring more women into middle, upper, and executive management, and men as well as leading other men. So we have to not only understand how we lead men inherently, but how we can be better or even greater leaders for the women that we lead, the youth that we lead, and the whole leadership role altogether. So I'm excited to be a part of that. I am not only a presenter, I am a student. I will have my pen, I will have my paper, because I need to learn how to be a better leader for youth. So I'm going to be in that session learning about youth leadership. I need to be more in tune with my females that I have the opportunity to collaborate with, like you and many others. So I'm going to be in that female leadership. And I am a corporation unto myself, so I need to know how to be a better corporate leader, organizational leader. And the one thing about COVID is that we have learned how to lead in crisis. And so that's required us to really get in tune with our outer leadership. Are you going to be the one who jumps in, or are you going to be the one who sits back? And once you learn how to be a better inner leader, you know how to be a more effective outer leader. So I'm going to be taking notes just like everybody else that's going to be in the place between October 8th and October 10th, because we all want to be better leaders. And this is the place to make that happen.
All right, fantastic. So we've got someone asking when it's going to be because they're interested in going. Well, let us let you know. We are going to give you some more information on the summit, but Sacconi's right here. You can ask him. Go ahead and ask him.
October 8th through the 10th is going to be online. Our website is NLL Summit. That's NLLsummit.com. You can go there. You can find out more information about the event, and you can also purchase your tickets. And so we're excited about that. But it's going to be next Thursday. So mark your calendars. And if you go to the site and get your tickets, Eventbrite will send you a reminder so you won't miss any of the action. It's going to be an incredible time. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about sharing all the information that we've gathered. We pre-recorded the workshops.
Yes.
They're already pre-recorded. So that means that you won't have any problems with them buffering or freezing up or anything like that. You'll be able to get all the information. You can actually pause and rewind them so you can take notes and get your questions together. Because that Saturday, we're going to do a Q&A with each of the workshop facilitators. But then that Friday night, we're doing a panel discussion on leadership. And that's where the real part is going to kick off, because we're going to have everybody there on screen. It's going to be an awesome time. But this event is going to be unlike anything else, because it's going to help you. When you finish this event, you're going to be more equipped and more effective and walk away knowing that you can lead whatever position you find yourself in.
Exactly. And I love it. So we're going to be right back. We're going to jump and take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and share with you a little bit more about the summit and ways that you can get involved, not just in this summit, but also in summits to come. So we'll be right back. Make sure you jump on board the Next Level Leadership Summit with Sacconi Prince.
Looking for the best way to maximize the pool of talent you have? Looking to equip your leaders with the skills they need to lead more effectively? Ready to develop your workforce into a mission-driven organization? Well, then you need to make sure they attend the Next Level Leadership Summit. This Next Level event will focus on preparing your leaders to effectively carry out your company, organization, or group's mission statement, while creating a culture that is conducive for growth. Next Level Leadership Summit, October 8th to the 10th, 2020 in Atlanta, Georgia.
Awesome. It's going to be a phenomenal summit. It's going to be amazing. So, Sacconi,
I just want to make one correction, that it's actually online. That video was done earlier, and I really need to update that on the site, but it's going to be online. We're not going to be in Atlanta. I want it to be, but you know how COVID came in, but everything is going to be done online. It's still going to be an incredible time.
Yes,
but here's the beautiful thing about that. If you're in Atlanta, you could be in the place. If you're in North Carolina, you can be in the place. If you are in sunny Florida, you can be in the place. If you are in the Philippines, you can be in the place. Even though it's a whole nother day, you can still be in the place. And that's what's so exciting about this. And then the second thing I want to say, don't think that just because these excellent presentations are videotaped that you just got to sit back and relax and just watch it. We want you to work, because we know leaders not only lead, they go to work. So Sacconi's got some surprises in store for you after you register, to help you recognize that this isn't just a summit. This is a working event. We want you to come in. Note takers are money makers, but note takers excel. And they become leaders because they put in the work before they get to the leadership post. So we want you to work this weekend. We don't want you to just sit back and be entertained.
And this is a thing too that you touched on earlier, Terrence. You have to be in tune with others. And this is a way that you can be in tune with others all across the globe because the summit will be online. Another thing is, you saw earlier when my internet went down, we missed out on each other for a couple of minutes, but my cool collaborators kept the show going. So we won't have that problem during the leadership summit. Not only that, you can take notes, you can sit in and get in where you fit in while you're taking notes on this summit that's not going to blank out, it's not going to trip out, and it's not going to fall out.
That is so true. That is so true. And we are excited about that aspect of it. But there's going to be a live component, but the workshops have already been recorded. They've already been uploaded, and they are phenomenal. And I am so excited to share the information. I keep telling all of my summit participants, I tell them this: I want the summit to be like Christmas Day, when people get a chance to open up gifts, but they're opening up the gift inside of them. They're helping them to understand what they have inside of them. So we want you to bring the leader that's in you out. And these workshops are going to help you do just that.
I love it. So we're going to jump to a quick break if we can, really quickly. And then we are going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about the summit. We're almost at the top of the hour, and we don't want to leave you before we say, like, share, start a watch party, like, share, start a watch party, and go on and tell somebody about the next level. It's the next level summit. The leadership that you're going to get in this summit will be like no other, like no other. So make sure you tell somebody that wants to become better at their business, that wants to really connect with people globally, that really want to do what Terrence was talking about, connecting even with himself just to learn more and more. So make sure you do that, because if you do that, then you'll be right where it's at. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back. Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. All right. I'm loving it. So make sure you check this out. Without a doubt, you will not be disappointed. Check out this leadership summit with Saucony Prince, and of course, my brother from another mother and a father. I don't want to get my mother in trouble. Mr. Terrence Leffridge is going to be there with a whole host of other people that are just leaders in their own right. Dr. Ruben West, Wesley Perrine, Billy Bauer, Terrence Leffridge, of course, Monique Tucker, Frederick Robinson, and we cannot leave out DJ Mike J, Michael Freeman. You don't want to miss this, okay? So with that being said, gentlemen, I think that we have told them just gobs and gobs of information about this coming summit. But Terrence, how can people be on upcoming summits that's coming up? Because I know there's a whole bunch more that's coming up.
Well, the best way to do is just continue to connect and collaborate with the people that you see on the screen. There are, what I love about Saucony is that he's always introducing you to yourself. And we need somebody like that in our lives to introduce us to ourselves, to show us our good stuff, and to also make us aware of our not so good stuff. A leader is only as good as the people he or she leads. T-Mobile used to talk about who's in your Fab Five, and you can know how good a leader is by looking at the 5 people that they're leading. And if those 5 people ain't no good, then you can pretty much guess that leader probably isn't any good. But if that leader is surrounded by the likes of Lotus Richey, if that leader is surrounded by the likes of Saucony Prince, King Saucony
Yes,
Prince,
you
we
know
have
what I said.
elevated him through this broadcast.
Yes.
If that leader is surrounded by people who are doing great things and who are pushing themselves to the next level, as well as being encouraged by the leader, well, that's not just the sign of a good leader, that's the sign of a great leader. So if you're looking to go from good to great, then you need to come to this summit on October 8th through the 10th, get the knowledge that's going to be in this summit, and then you want to stay tuned, because Saucony Prince is never standing pat. He's always got something in the fire. He's always going from one mountain, looking over to the other side, to the next mountain. Because here's what we know, that just because you've reached the summit of one mountain doesn't mean life is over. There's always another mountain and another peak that you need to climb to. So you don't be stopped. You continue to be unstoppable.
Yes. And so right now the tickets are on sale. They're only $49. Go ahead and get your ticket. Go ahead and get your ticket right here. And when you go here to Eventbrite, you can actually follow Saucony. And I tell you what, if you follow him, he will not lead you astray. This is going to be a fire, and they're also going to have some giveaways. So make sure you go ahead and get your ticket on Eventbrite for Thursday, October 8th, 2020. It starts at 6 p.m. and it will go all the way till Saturday, October 10th, till 10 p.m. EDT. Wow. It's going to be fire. I just cannot wait. And I want to bring this up closer so you can see it. See right there, go to Eventbrite and get your ticket. So we've shared that with you. So I want to say, Saucony, what else do you have coming up in the near future?
Well, it's funny that you ask, because I am in the process of working on my fifth book. My fifth book. And this one, believe me, I say this with all humility. I'm not by any means trying to be conceited, but as I read this book, as I read what I wrote, I was blown away, because I didn't know that much was in me. The book is entitled Leadership That Lasts. Leadership That Lasts. And what I'm doing for everybody that registers, that gets their ticket, I'm going to send them the first 3 chapters for free. It's going to be in an ebook, but you have to register. Once I get your registration, I will send you a link to it so you can get the first 3 chapters. This book is going to be phenomenal, because it shows you just how finite life is. It shows you the importance of setting up the next generation to succeed. It shows you about how developing yourself and leaving a model for those that are coming behind you. Mm-hmm. And I mean, leadership that lasts is something that I think all of us need to, in fact, we need to keep in the forefront of our mind, because one thing's for sure, our dreams may not have an expiration date, but we do.
Yes.
And we talk about that in the book. It's going to be an incredible read. So you definitely don't want to miss that. Awesome.
So where can they get the book?
It's going to be available on Amazon. But right now, the only thing that you can do is get the first 3 chapters for free by registering. So once you register, I will send that to you in an ebook. But once the other chapters are finished, it's going to be available on Amazon. So I'm excited about that. I am truly excited about that, because I know that this book is going to be a game changer, because it really allows you to step back and look at leadership from a holistic standpoint, not just what can I accomplish, but how can I set up the next generation, the person that's coming behind me, how can I set them up to succeed? So this is going to be a phenomenal experience.
Okay, so I don't know if you all heard this, but I thought I heard, get the first 3 chapters for free. So if you want to get 3 chapters for free from Mr. Saucony Prince, the king, of leadership, go ahead and put a number 5 in the comment block below. Put a number 5 in the comment block below if you want to get the first 3 free chapters. That's going to blow you away from his new book that he's got coming out, Leadership That Lasts. All right.
Absolutely.
Make sure you do that. Fantastic. We've got some takers already. Fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Fantastic.
You know, and I'm not, you know, Saucony is humble, but you know, Saucony, he always gives you the goods. He always under promises and over delivers. And that's just what you're going to get when you come to this summit on October 8th, October 10th, from the comfort of your own home. Wherever you have your laptop, your tablet, your phone, your internet connection, you can learn about leadership. And if you have never been a leader, this is the place to be. If you have been a leader, this is the place to be. If you still are a leader, this is the place to be. Because like the name of the book, we want to create leaderships that last. And when leaderships last, they don't go away. What leaderships turn into is legacies. And that's what we want to do. Saucony hasn't said it, but this is his 5th summit, y'all. He's creating legacies. He's not just one and done. And as a leader, we don't want you to be one and done. We don't want you to be here today, gone tomorrow. We want you to have leadership skills, leadership gifts, and leadership tips that allow you to be a leader that lasts and a leader that builds a legacy that brings up other leaders, men, women, youth, whatever, organizations, corporate. You have the ability over these next 3 days to get everything you need to become a great leader, to have a leader, become a leader that lasts, and a leader that creates a legacy.
Wow. So we're going to take a quick break, folks, and then we're going to come right back for the final words of the night here on the Lotus Richey Ignite Show with Terrence Lethbridge, Mr. Unstoppable himself. And we just gave Mr. Saucony Prince a new name. Saucony Prince, the Leadership King, will be right back. If you need graphics, let us know. Contact us at lotusrichey.com and we'll take care of all your graphic needs. Contact us today. All right, and we are back. So, folks, I got to tell you, I have had a wonderful night tonight with the dynamic duo of leadership right here on the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. So as we wrap, I want to thank both of you for being here tonight on the show. It's been amazing as we discussed how collaboration really can create cash, currency, and flow. Yeah, that's right. Yes. So, Saucony, would you please share with us your final words of wisdom on tonight's broadcast? Because we definitely want to bring Saucony back. So if y'all want Saucony to come back, go ahead and put a number 7, like 7th heaven, in the comment block, because we want to bring Saucony back, and I hope we can get him back right after the summit to do a after the party show, because I know it's going to be explosive. So, Saucony, please have your words, your final words of this broadcast.
You know, one of the things about leadership is integrity. And integrity is nothing more than your intents, your words, and your actions lining up. And I want you to be the type of person that has that level of integrity to where people know that when you say something, you mean it and you're going to do it. In this leadership summit, I couldn't do it by myself, but I've gotten other people of integrity to help me. I've collaborated with them in order to accomplish and bring you the best and brightest on these areas of leadership. And I tell you, if you are serious about making a difference in the world that you live in, you want to be at the summit. You want to be there because the information that's going to be provided is going to make all the difference in the world as to whether you are an ineffective leader or an effective leader. I guarantee you, if you come to this summit, you're going to learn something that you didn't know, and you're going to walk away more charged up than ever about leading wherever you find yourself serving. And that's what leadership is service. And we are so excited that we are able to bring this to you. And again, we're not just locked to one geographical location because it's online. So wherever you are around the world, you can be in attendance at this summit. We are super pumped about what you're going to get and the experience you're going to have there. So with that, I want to say, Lotus, thank you so much for allowing me on your platform. I want to thank Coach T for his unstoppable spirit, which he always has. And it's going to be an incredible time when all of us get together again.
Yes,
Lotus,
it
back over to you.
will. Thank you so much. So, T, we got to bring you back because T, you're always doing some great stuff too. So, T, I want you to take this time to tell us a little bit more about what you do and how people can reach you if they want to be on the Unstoppable show, because we know you just go all out with the Unstoppable show.
Well, it's all about the Next Level Living Summit on this show. But yes, you can reach out to me on the Unstoppable Story Show, where we talk to ordinary people with unstoppable stories. You can reach me, just send a DM to what you see on the screen, facebook.com/Terrence Lefteridge, or you can reach me by email at unstoppablecoachingservices.com. Just go to www.unstoppablecoaching.com. And I thank you for allowing us to be on your show, Lotus. And I thank you, Sakoni, for allowing me to share your platform on the Next Level Leadership Summit coming up on October 8th through October 10th. And, real quickly, 10 seconds, I want you guys to look at the logo. Because, they say, many leaders say it's lonely at the top. But great leaders know it's only lonely at the top when you don't bring anybody else up on the summit with you. And so That's what Sakoni's doing. He's not keeping these leadership ideals to himself. He's bringing other people up on the summit with him so that we can all see what God has created for leaders like you and me.
Exactly. And I love it. And I want to take this moment to really kind of scroll down so you can see what he's talking about when he's talking about he's bringing leaders with him. Okay, many of us are familiar with Wendell Graham. Wendell Graham will be the MC of the Next Level Leadership Summit. Okay, not only will he be there, we're going to have Dr. Ruben West there, Wesley Perrine is there, Billy Boyer is there, and of course, the phenomenal Mr. Unstoppable himself will be there. Terrence Lefteridge, Monique Tucker, and Frederick Robinson. And guess what? What they're going to be talking about is right there. Dr. Ruben West, he's going to be talking about outer leadership. And then Wesley Perrine, he's going to be talking about corporate leadership. And then Billy's going to be talking about organizational leadership. And then Terrence going to kick it off with male leadership. And then none other than Monique Tucker, she's going to be talking about female leadership. So ladies, make sure you're here on this summit. Why? Because the ladies are not being left out, because that's not how my brothers roll. They always make sure that we are included. And then Frederick Robinson, he's going to be talking to our youth. So if you've got children and you need to have them in front of the boob tube or in front of the laptop or phone or wherever, make sure it happens. Get your ticket to the summit. You can go to www.nllsummit.com. Now, I know many of you saying that, wow, it's a lot of information, a lot of speakers. Well, guess what? We need a break from time to time. And they didn't forget that. So they've got the remarkable DJ Mike J. Michael Freeland is coming there. He is a corporate DJ. And he is going to be playing the best of the best music that you definitely want to hear. You don't want to miss this summit. Make sure you check this summit out. It'll be one of the best things you've done for 2020. So thanks, guys, so much. I sure appreciate you. I have just had a wonderful time. We have other people still chiming in. Hey, we got Lord Faith from the Philippines. We got Ezekiel from the Philippines. And I could have sworn before that I saw this, she is Miss Patricia Rogers. Miss Patricia Rogers on there. Patricia, you got to join in on this summit if you get some time. You're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. And by the way, Miss Patricia Rogers and I are doing a wonderful thing together. And I'm going to tell you right here and now, you don't want to miss the wonderful things that we're doing when we are teaching people about StreamYard. We're doing a StreamYard introduction. So if you don't know how to use StreamYard and you want to learn how to use StreamYard, now is your chance. October 15th, she and I are hosting a wonderful StreamYard introduction, and I'll be showing that again in my next broadcast. So make sure you get on involved with that as well. This is also on Eventbrite. It's on Eventbrite now. So go ahead and get on Eventbrite. You won't want to miss this. And here, I'm just going to take them right to it, guys. Before we get off the screen, I'm going to take you guys right to it. Yeah, you know how we do it. Make sure you go right here to this Eventbrite event that we're having. We have got none other than the remarkable Lotus Richey Ignites, Miss Ignite and Take Flight herself. We've got Randy Ward that's going to be there. We've got Reginald Sabat that's going to be there, and the remarkable lady herself, the visual strategist, Miss who? That's what I said. She's in the house, Miss Patricia Rogers. Don't forget, go ahead and get your ticket. It's October 15, 2020, and it is online, and it's only $25. Make sure you RSVP. It's going to be October 15. You see it right here, starting at 3 p.m. to 5:30 EDT time. You don't want to miss this StreamYard introduction. We'll show you things that you never knew that you could do. So with that being said, I know, Terrence, you talked to us a little bit about some of the things you've got going on. So give us some words of wisdom as we head on out.
Hey, just have your face in the place between October 8th and October 10th for the Next Level Leadership Summit. If you want to finish strong in 2020, in spite of everything that you've already gone through, then this is the way you start off that fourth quarter. It's not how you start the game, it's how you finish. And if you want to finish strong in 2020 and be the leader that God created you to be, then come on over to the Next Level Leadership Summit, nllsummit.com, and have your face in the place.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you all. We send you love and blessings from Lotus Richey Ignites. And remember to ignite and take flight. And make sure you get your tickets to the summit as well as the StreamYard introduction with me and Miss Rogers. You don't want to miss it. So we thank you so much. Have a good evening. Make sure you get your ticket to the Next Level Leadership Summit, Leading the Way with Sakoni Prince.
Looking for the best way to maximize the pool of talent you have? Looking to equip your leaders with the skills they need to lead more effectively? Ready to develop your workforce into a mission-driven organization? Well, then you need to make sure they attend the Next Level Leadership Summit. This Next Level event will focus on preparing your leaders to effectively carry out your company, organization, or group's mission statement while creating a culture that is conducive for growth. Next Level Leadership Summit, October 8th through the 10th, 2020 in Atlanta, Georgia.